Hey there, it's the chat with Sue Stewart and Pat LaRose. Nice to see you, Pat, side by side.
Yes, nice to see you.
Of course, for those only listening on audio, we do have it available. We get to the Zoom part where I understand it's probably the most money-making thing possibly, or are they already going out of business? Or are we just on a timeline right here with our Zoom chat today?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are definitely utilizing this service. I know there were some security concerns that were announced recently, but hey, we're still here. We're not saying anything that's top secret, so hopefully
So
we're
they're
okay.
they're still going strong. Well, that's good because I think that's what most of the kids and parents and teachers are using right now, and everybody trying to communicate with each other. But right out of the gate, Pat, I'm getting confused with the news. Imagine I'm I'm completely oblivious to what's going on in the world because 1 minute one thing is said, and 5 minutes later something else is said. Are we allowed to have driveway beer yet, or still, or has that been taken away?
Who knows? I know we're seeing different things right now, and this is where people get confused, right? One minute you're told no, you're not allowed to do it, and then the next minute someone else is telling you you are allowed to do it. So it's this is where that conflicting messages happen, and then everyone's unsure of what the hell they're supposed to be doing.
You're still not allowed to have parties. You're still not allowed to hold hands in public or anywhere unless you're actually attached. There are a lot of rules and guidelines, and it is hard to keep up. So we do understand the frustration, especially as Pat, you and I have been talking about the business owners out there, even right down to government workers. I know your wife is a government worker, and they're on the front line as well. They're constantly. I can't even imagine the phone calls that they have to take in a day.
Oh, I'm sure they're so inundated right now. I know and I know it's frustrating for people on the other side of things who are trying to connect with somebody from the government to process their CERB benefit or just to ask questions, and the wait times are really long, and it's hard because the people on the phones, like my wife, that are on the other side of that, have to deal with the irate customers. Well, and just like every other essential business right now is dealing with, right?
Yes, that's where we really want to ask people in the public. There are moments where you're going to get upset, you're going to lose your patience, you're going to be frustrated, but you can't take it out on the person that's really trying to do their best to do what you need. And it's going to take some time. That's the biggest, the grand scheme of things is all of this is going to continue to take time. There's no fix of this. It's not a math equation right now we're all going to solve at one point in time. This is going to last a little while longer, so keep your don't get your knickers in a knot.
Yeah, and it's I'm seeing a lot of right now, and there's no doubt that everyone's frustrated right now. They're irritated, they're impatient. Everyone just wants to get back to their normal routines, and like I'm even noticing it myself. The last couple of days, I felt on edge and felt frustrated and closed in my little cabin here, and so you have to get outside and you have to change your mindset. But I have to say, seeing a lot of people's comments on social media, and even to the point where they're leaving negative reviews on businesses Facebook pages and Google. Like, come on, everyone! Like, these essential businesses, these grocery stores and pharmacies and what have you, are doing everything they can to accommodate the community right now, and the employees that are going in there are still showing up to work every day, to service us, to help accommodate what we need, and to see that people are slandering them and leaving negative comments is just disheartening. I think people need to grow up a little bit and take a step back and appreciate what all of these essential businesses are doing, so that we can continue our day to day, as unusual and uncertain as it is. Let's give them a break. We don't know what's going on the other side of things. We don't know how much of a struggle it is for them on their end, and how frustrating it is for them. So let's all just take a big deep breath and understand that we're all in this situation together. Nobody is any different than the other, and except for the fact that some people are put in front of this situation every day by having to go to work still.
100%. I can relate 100%. We're doing our best, as you know, with the market. I know there's a lot of different grocery stores that are doing their best to try and do deliveries for the people that can't get out, for the people that are stuck, seniors especially. I feel for them. They don't want to come out, but they might not have as a big a circle as some of us would. So, oops, sorry. We're doing our best. I forgot to shut my ringer off, of course. We're doing our best to make sure everybody is taken care of out in like us with North Stormont. I know, thank you so much for Nick doing a little write-up on us online recently. We're obviously not the only ones, and perhaps he can continue promoting the people that are. I know Cowan's Dairy, just over on 2nd Street here in town in the
Yeah.
West End.
Yeah.
They're doing a lot of deliveries as well. They've got meat, produce. I saw milk. I was on. We just can't be in tune with what everybody is doing. So if you are, hopefully you can give them a shout out and help their business by sharing it on Facebook, online, however it is. If you know somebody that's looking for food, just send them a quick text or tag them in these delivery places, because we don't know of all of them, but if you do and you're in a certain area, other people might benefit from it too.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's really great to see how some businesses are really innovating to just to keep the system moving and keep supporting the community in little ways like that. Like Cowan's doing their meat boxes, and they have other things that you can purchase there as well. Truffles is doing their meat, and they have a vegetable box. You guys are doing it. I even saw a video, and this might be a little bit old now, but Scott Fines from Fines Home Hardware is zipping through the store on his rollerblades, picking up items because they're doing like pickup. You can order
Yep.
and pick up outside the store. But everyone's doing everything they can
That's
to.
our friend Mark Begg back in Chrysler. He's got a home hardware as well, and it's curbside pickup for him. So everybody's trying to tweak it and help people out, because let's face it, there are things that are going to go in your house or in your car or something that you need a part or a piece for. And those stores are still being able to help you. And hopefully, I know I've got a booking for getting my summer tires on next week.
Oh,
I never even asked, do I just stand outside and wait for you to be done? I'm assuming I will, or I'll just walk around the block. God knows I'm putting enough, getting my Fitbit steps
yeah.
in all day now. But can I be something I've been thinking about, and I go to bed thinking about it, and I'm an emotional person. And I've told you before, I have anxiety, a lot of it. And I recently had a panic attack, and it's gotten the better of me, but I seem to have calmed myself. But now guilt is what's setting in. Luke and I bought a grocery store a few months before a pandemic took over. He would have been at a job right now at NAV Canada. I'm kind of slowing down a little bit with my real estate, obviously, but the guilt is taking over when people go, at least you're still working. Well, at least you have a job. It really is tough to look at it like that, but know that we're also giving donations out every chance we get. I gave a $500 donation on behalf of the Finch Market and the Finch Market team to the food bank out that way. We've been trying to utilize as many local businesses as we can between North Stormont, South Stormont, and this way. So we're trying to give back as best we can. We know that, I don't want to say the word lucky. We're fortunate enough to have a business that is still able to be making money at this point in time. But again, the trials and tribulations that go on behind the scenes that we don't tell you about because it makes us cry or makes us angry to the point where, screw it, shut the damn doors, we're done. It gets to that point some days. And I can only imagine there's many others that can understand that and relate to it 100%. Sometimes you just want to throw in the towel and say, forget it, I'll sit at home. That's it.
Yeah, and totally. And I think again, that's why people need to maybe, before they react, think maybe if they were in those shoes, how would they feel operating that business or working in that business. Like it just blows my mind that we're in a situation now where people are resorting to that type of behavior in a time when we need these businesses the most.
I actually changed my cover photo today to the word empathy on Facebook. The ability to step into the shoes of another person, aiming to understand their feelings and perspectives, and to use that understanding to guide our actions.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. Not every, and Luke had gone in somewhere, I'm not going to mention where it was, but he was in line. And when he finally got to the woman, she kind of chirped at him a little bit. And I said, what do you think happened to that girl 5 minutes before you walked in? Somebody was probably on her case about something and she held it. It's not her fault. You got to treat everybody with as much respect as you can. And know, like I said, everybody's doing their best. Everybody's trying. Nobody's just going, I only feel half worthy today. I'm only going to give you half of what I need.
Right.
End of
Yeah, or we haven't been in a position here yet where we've had an emergency situation that we required um, something other than groceries. So we've been fortunate, but for anyone out there is in a situation or would be in a situation, could be in a situation where they require services from some of these essential businesses, they're going to be very thankful. Be kind,
Hmm.
right? As hard as it is, we're all frustrated, we're all irritated, we're all irritable. Be kind. Take a breath, and we're all in this together.
You know what it could be is that we're all gaining weight. We're all irritable because we've started doing things in a different way. And albeit some of my friends are like, oh, you're probably going to be in the best shape ever because you're always go, go, go. But I'm now getting a belly on me. I haven't had a belly on me since Alex was there, and almost 13 years ago. But we're getting off our eating routines. Yes, I might be running steady at the store, but all of a sudden it'll be 4:30 in the afternoon. I think I haven't eaten anything today, so my body is starting to store it, and I'm gonna have some workouts to do. But our friends, we have a few of them online between Tom at Quest and Jason over at Summit. I watched Jennifer Kristoff. I'm doing a planking challenge. Imagine me taking on Jen Kristoff in a planking challenge.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not really competition. It's just more motivation, but it's still fun. It keeps me going.
Yeah, and I'm still trying to stay strict with while my eating habits have changed a little bit. I'm trying to be more strict than usual, and I am staying committed to doing at-home workouts at least 4 to 5 times a week. So that's been helping my mindset, I guess, because it gets me active and doing something. And then obviously taking the dog for a walk every night.
Yeah. Today I actually I didn't work at the store yesterday, so I had Luke bring me home some, we have frozen, we have a butcher. So anytime the bones, he never throws them out. He puts them in because either people want to have them for soup bones or for the dogs. So I had him bring me home a bunch yesterday. So that's my, I could smell it through the whole house. I do a bone broth. So you've got it on anywhere from 12 to 24 hours. So it's in this huge pot upstairs, and I'm going to get back on even if you make a bone broth and you just put it in a jar and you drink it, you're getting all the nutrients and vitamins that you need for the day. And at least you're having something in your system instead of a bag of all dressed chips is what my thing has been lately. Like the little bags,
Uh,
mind you, but that's been what I snack on
oh
usually.
my God, eh? Well, I guess you're go go go. You got to have something quick. I think I've been cooking, or we've been cooking a lot more than we normally do. Uh, we haven't been really making anything that unique. Like I still even haven't gotten around to making my bread yet. So hopefully,
Do
I think I've been talking.
you
Hey,
have yeast? Do you have yeast?
yeah, I have yeast. I have
Okay.
everything I need. I just haven't committed the time to do it yet. And I know I've been talking about it for 3 weeks, so I'm going to try and get it done in the next couple of days, and I will share a photo of it. But as far as cooking goes, yeah, we've been cooking more, nothing out of the ordinary or nothing outrageously unique. But
Yeah.
I think it's a good habit to get back into.
For us, I think it's just more that we've gone more in the Luke McCabe food groups of carbs and meat. So it's more so the veggies that we need to get more creative with, because it's just not been on our radar. We're tired by the end of the night, so it's whatever's heating up in the fridge or taking out to heat up from the fridge.
Right. What's when you guys do get a chance to relax, are you watching, you binging any new shows yet? I know we talked about shows the last episode, but anything new on your
Well,
television?
he stopped. I didn't really want to watch it, but because everybody was talking about it, we did start that tiger show, and we've only gotten a couple episodes, and he's like, I don't want to watch anymore. I thought, you don't want to watch anymore?
Wow.
Right on. But the reason why is because he said, I've read everything online. I know what happens. I know what's going on. I don't need to watch it. So we switched Ozark. Of course, we're still, we finished the third season of that one. And if you haven't started that one, as we talked about, Pat, you guys have seen it all now?
No, I only watched the first 2 episodes of the first season, and then we never got back into it. But that was a few months ago, so
Yeah,
I'll have to give it a try.
absolutely. Try it again. It's kind of dark, but Jason Bateman is a fantastic actor. They're all fantastic in it, and the third season, it's a shocker at the end. It literally makes you jump. The one we're watching right now is called what's the show we're watching? Westworld.
Oh yeah.
Westworld. Yeah, and it's got like such a big cast of characters. Even Anthony Hopkins is in it, but it's weird. It's like it's a Western but futuristic, and I keep thinking it's a movie because we'll go to bed and we'll put it on the iPad. We don't have a TV in our room, so we watch it on a little iPad. And I keep thinking this is the longest movie I've ever seen. It's going on, but it's a series. But that's another interesting one too. Not for the kids for sure.
Yeah,
And you,
I've watched the first two seasons of Westworld and I loved it. And the third season's out. I haven't started it yet though. But we've been watching Hunters on Prime
yes,
with Al
that
Pacino.
that one's tough to watch because you know that some of these occurrences did happen in history when it comes to the Nazis and the Jews, and it's a tough one, but it's a very good show. Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah, and I'll say this: it is. You're right. Great show. Difficult to watch at some points. Interesting that there's a lot of like true facts in there. Like I didn't know in a part, and I'm not giving anything away here, but they talk about Operation Paperclip, which was a U.S. was funding the immigration of Nazi scientists and stuff
Yes.
to the U.S. I thought, wow, that's intense.
Hmm. I know there's a lot of things we didn't know about that, especially in the year 2020. We're going back so far. It's shocking, but it is definitely a good series to watch. Anything funny going on outside of that tiger shit stuff? Tiger stuff? Droppings?
Uh, oh, I don't know, man. You know what? The world's in need of some comedy right now. So I think
Yeah.
hopefully some comedians release some at-home stand-up gigs or something because it's we need a little something to help brighten our day, and a little cheer will go a long way.
Well, you know what? That's a lot of the artists are doing that when they're singing, but they're singing songs that we've already heard. So if a stand-up comedian comes out and gives all his new material for free, then
Yeah,
what is
that's
he going
true.
to have after this is
Yeah,
done?
yeah, that's true. But you're seeing a lot of innovation too. Like I saw that American Idol and probably The Voice are going to be doing their shows from home, so all the contestants will be singing from their house, which is pretty unique.
How?
And then this weekend there's a live Disney song singing
Yes.
concert with the music stuff. So that they're I have to give them props where they're due. They're really trying to innovate to entertain people while they're at home, which is great. I mean, you're obviously seeing a lot of it on Facebook with again local musicians doing performances and really you can't go on Instagram now without your Instagram stories being full of live feeds before you get to the stories, right? So it's like everyone's taking advantage of the opportunity to connect with people in a way that we're consuming the most, right?
I've never seen so many grown adults doing TikTok lately. Even your
You're
buddy
right.
Troy was doing it the other day. I know Dan Allaire's been doing it. Even had his mom on the last one I saw. But hey, first of all, they're outside doing it. They're getting exercise, and they're giving a few laughs to each other. I'm sure it's not one take wonders here. They're doing it over and over again till they sort.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I know I've thought of getting doing some of them with my kids, doing some fun stuff. I haven't done it yet, but maybe I'll have to sample. I'll have to try one.
I still don't really know how it works, but I know that they look really good when they do it. But as I say, they must rehearse it over and over and over again because I have an attention span these days of like a there it goes. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't,
for sure. It takes practice. Like even some of these, these dance moves, like the one that Troy did. You see, like trying to do moves with your hands while moving your foot at the same time. Like you have to be pretty coordinated to do some of these things. So,
I still can't do that
so
whole head
yeah,
rub belly thing.
yeah. So for sure, there's practice involved before it's recorded.
Yeah. Well, what else do we need to talk about? I think, like we said, just be kind to one another. Try and have patience with everybody. We're all in the same boat. And if you need help, please ask for it. There's a lot of people out there. I even had another gentleman today message me through the Finch Market page asking if there was any seniors when we're doing our deliveries. Are they looking like they need something? Are they able to afford what you're giving them? And there are things that we can't ask, obviously, and we're doing drop-offs, so we're not really even coming face to face. But it was just so nice of him. His name was Terry. It was nice of him to reach out and say, is there some sort of way that I can help you behind the scenes? And there are people that really want to, and that's, I mean, there, I'll tell you who it was. He ended up with the Citizen of the Year award this year, and obviously that's the reason why he's still going.
Yeah.
He has people he still wants to help and volunteer with.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you know what? Same thing goes for touch on a little bit of mental health. You know, a lot of people resorting to texting to try and stay in contact. FaceTime,
Yeah.
FaceTime. If you haven't talked to somebody, FaceTime them, or if you haven't heard from somebody in a while, reach out. Like it's a time now where we should all be connecting with those that are close to us or those we're concerned with, just to make sure they're doing okay. And doing it over a phone call or FaceTime, even FaceTime preferably, I think is a lot better way to communicate back and forth right now than just texting.
It is nice to see people out walking more than ever. Like our street, really, our crescent, there's people that walk their dogs, but now it's an every night, every morning routine where it's an older couple or a kid with a dog. You're constantly seeing people going through, and they give the wave. I'm right at the end, so I can see what's going on.
Yeah,
So it's nice, they give the wave or they stand, they talk for a moment, but people really need that interaction. And again, as you mentioned, with mental health, for the people who love to be shut-ins, the people who have been, they're not social people at all, this isn't much of a thing for them. But for the people like you and I, we're at everything, we do everything out in the public, there's a little bit of a what do we do now sort of moment, and you
yeah.
don't your mind. So a nice smile, a nice wave. And I think at this point in time, as we're doing this, you're still allowed to stand and talk to your neighbor across the way. Just don't go close
Yeah, as far as you know, at the moment, as you
at
should
the
say,
moment.
right at the moment. Check your local news source for an update on that. Man, the and I'll say too, like I walk my dog every night, and you're right because I've said to a few people, I'm like, it's unbelievable how many people are out walking around, whether with their dog or just walking around to get some fresh air. And my dog is uh, very excitable, especially when she sees people or another dog.
Yeah.
And so every time we're walking, and I'm like, oh no, I see people walking the dog, I have to cross the street because she just goes crazy. And they think I don't want them to think she's vicious, but she just wants to play. But then and she's strong too, so she's pulling me pretty fierce. So every time I walk her, it's a workout in itself, just because we're walking by 6 to 8 different dogs.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, at least you're out getting exercise. And again, do your best all to try and stay, I don't want to say fit, but stay healthy. As I say, I haven't exercised in forever. I was kind of one of those ones. Tom would see me at Quest and then I'd be gone for 2 months and I come back for a couple of weeks. It just wasn't in my routine to do. But now that I'm back getting in shape, it still doesn't make a difference. Your eating habits make the biggest difference of all. You could work out till there's no tomorrow, but if you're not eating properly, and I've always been the kind to eat a little bit a lot. I snack throughout the day, always on good stuff, whether it's a boiled egg with some cheese or, whatever it is. I snack a lot through the day. So now my body is not being fed until nighttime, and usually with a glass or two of wine before bed. So I've done it to myself, and I clearly know that. Don't even need advice, but understand that you got to try and keep some sort of routine for your physical and mental state.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and actually, just on that, we can give a little teaser and say that we're pretty excited that we're the next couple episodes. We'll hopefully have somebody on to talk about nutrition and health when you're just in your home and things you can do, and hopefully somebody on just mental health, right? Talking about how we can cope with things that are happening.
Yeah. And we all need to hear a little bit of that right now, I'm sure.
Yes.
Uh, I never mentioned, you can see, well, if you're listening to it, you won't see it, but I clearly wasn't thinking about the bright light that I put on myself today, because I just think I'm going gray completely. Just leave it.
Oh, I
It's
can't. I can't even tell.
2 inches of gray root there, and I don't even care anymore. I
Oh
was too
God.
busy. Today was my day to stay home and clean the house. The kids were here helping me out. So making soup, cleaning house, and trying to get my taxes all done for this quarter.
Yeah.
So there you go.
There you go. Well, before we sign off, just want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Riverside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. I know we we talk about them each podcast a little bit, just to let you know that they still are available to assist you. And they've just recently posted that they can even do video walkthroughs of vehicles or video chats if anybody's interested in talking about their vehicle situation. You can visit their website at riversidechrysler.ca to browse their inventory. You can also connect with them there, and you connect with them and stay up to date on what's happening on social media, Riverside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. So again, thank you to the folks over there for supporting us.
And all our best to them and their families as well, because again, some people are still working, and others are looking after the kids at home, going like
Yeah.
this.
Oh yeah, that's me. That's me. Oh my God, it's such a task, I tell you, trying to work from home and have the kids.
I will leave you on a funny note, because I've had a couple of memes that have come to me, and one that made me literally LOL last night. You think it's bad now? In 20 years, our country will be run by people homeschooled by day drinkers.
Yeah. Oh my God, eh?
All right, Pat, thank you so much. Again, this is this week's edition of The Chat. I'm Sue Stewart along with Pat LaRose. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and do your best to keep your distance and be kind.
Be kind. Thanks, everyone.